I got myself a new toy. Well, it's not really a toy so much because it is for journaling. It does have a purpose, not just for toying around with. This is called a super punch, and it comes in the shape of a puzzle piece. So essentially I should be able to make my own puzzles, because if you look at the back here, it does say what you can and cannot cut through. Well, like, not what you cannot, but you obviously cannot cut through metal that's larger than 0.1 millimeters. And I mean, that makes sense. So let's get this thing open and see what we're working with here. There aren't really instructions that came with this, and that's kind of disappointing, so I'm just kind of figuring things out as we go. There's a lock, unlock button. So we click that and it pushes this up. I'm gonna assume that you put the material that you're cutting in here and then just squeeze, kind of like a press of any kind. I also purchased some origami that has galaxy and outer space themes to it to go with my journal this year, but we're not going to use that today. Instead, we have some scrap pieces of cardstock that we're going to play with and test things out. Okay, since we don't have instructions, I'm just going to go ahead and assume we can put, the paper. There's stoppers on either side, so you can't go too far or not far enough. And let's see how this goes. Okay. Look at that. We have our very first puzzle piece. Now, we can't really go this direction with it, so let's keep going down and across. Okay. So this should give us another corner piece. Well, not quite. It wasn't quite short enough, but I mean, this is pretty cool, all things considered. Now let's do a second row. Rip this little guy off because he's just getting in the way. Okay. All right, how about we try some different colors just for fun, and we'll go a different way. We'll go this way instead. And now we have orange pieces. So let's go ahead and see how these fit together. Obviously this is paper, so it's not going to be snug as, say, cardboard. So yeah, they do have a nice little latch, if you will. All right, more colors, more colors. We're going to make some puzzle confetti, I guess. For those of you who might be curious, I got this off of Amazon and it was about $16, and to be honest, I am loving this, so totally worth it in my opinion. And now we have green pieces. All right, on to blue. One of these days, I will definitely have to get some, some cardboard from like an Amazon or a Target box or whatever else gets delivered here, and try to make an actual puzzle. That's not obviously paper. And now we have blue pieces. So let's do an experiment. I want to see if we can make smaller pieces. Obviously this has the boundaries set for, I believe it's like 1 to 1, let's see, what does it say? 1.5 inch shapes. So let's see if we can't, so if we do that, and then we scoot this over, but we don't put it all the way up against there, so you hold it back a little bit, or pull it back a little bit. So we have a smaller piece. Oh, I love this. I'm loving this. Okay. And let's see how big this one is. So yeah, now we have different shapes, or sizes, I mean, different sizes of pieces. So I'm just gonna sit here and make a whole bunch of puzzle pieces because I have nothing else better to do with my time today. If we have a piece like this, I should essentially be able to make the quad piece. Hold on, let's find out. Oh, so close. I guess we could just trim this up a little bit. Voila, we have one of the quad pieces. And obviously, if you have any questions about this little contraption, please don't hesitate to ask. I mean, again, it didn't come with directions, so I'll try to do my best to explain if you have any questions, just based on use, I guess. This has to be the best $16 I have ever spent on Amazon. And I've found some pretty cool things on Amazon over the years, for sure. But this one is bringing me all sorts of joy, and honestly, that's what life is all about, right? All right, so now we have our obscene amount of cardstock puzzle confetti.